period, and then you just couldn't handle anybody, excuse me, that was on crack, because there's no way you could talk to them or anything. Excuse me. Now I remember when a police car was going by, and the guy said, "You better keep on going." And you know, the police car kept on going because it's right in front of Sharie Hill.
Wow.
And I never did forget that. So I think they were a little afraid of getting out the car, because you can't talk to anyone that's drugged out like that, you know. So that kind of hurt a lot of the businesses over there too. But we never could get the protection or you know, or the help with somebody to come over there and really help, you know, to, like they do in any other neighborhood or development in town, where you got security guards walking around, or security in automobiles, and you never did get any help. So one by one, during that period, the clubs started closing up, and the businesses and the mom and pop restaurants and things like that.
And would you say, timeline-wise, that was more
that went on for about, that's
80s,
going into the 70s then. Yeah.
Late, early 80s?
Yeah, yes. Any input you can put on in.
And take me back to, lastly, the biggest riot that you remember.
Yeah.
Was it because of jobs?
I think it had a lot to do with that. Yes, the jobs. They just wouldn't hire you to work anywhere. Like, you know, you try to go out, you know, to be a cocktail waitress, you know, when in between jobs, and you just couldn't get them. And I remember there was a hot dog place on 5th Street and Fremont that you can go in there and purchase the hot dogs, but you have to take it out and eat it on the curb. And then we had places, dress shops like Panties, and you could buy the clothes, but you couldn't try them on, and that was happening in such a late date, you know. Chick Heck's place, or maybe I shouldn't say that since he was, you know, but this place wasn't, you couldn't try the clothes in there either. Yeah. But
when you look at Las Vegas today, obviously you said that we definitely have come a long way, but still so much work to be done when it comes to young African Americans getting jobs out of college.
Yes. And I think that's why that's just my opinion, why I think that they leave town, because I know they're graduating. You never see that in the newspapers or anything like that. That we have a lot of African Americans that's trying to do the right thing. You know, they're not all, you know, wearing their pants down here, but that's all we see. You know, and but you know, you have to give someone a chance, and if you do good for the boss and you work real hard, that's what I tell any of you know, I go out and try to mentor any of the young kids, is to work real hard. And if you work real hard, I think you can grow here in Las Vegas, but you have to have the chance first, you know. So I'd like to see a little bit more of that happening. Because what's moving here now is not the young people are moving into town, it's mostly retirees that's moving in town here now. And I don't think we should lose our youth. Because this is a great city. Yeah.
Absolutely. And you know what? I forgot to ask you about your husband. So 1960s. When did he get this first TV show at Channel 8?
I think it was about... let me see. The Moulin Rouge closed. Like I think it was on a
55.
55. I was trying to think of the month. We came here in May. I think around July or August it closed. So he must have gotten. He went on radio first as a disc jockey, KMO, and then he went on TV. I'll say the end of the 60s, to all of the 70s. And you know, when I talk to old timers now and go out, they all say, because he knew all of the stars, so he would have Gladys Knight and just everybody on it. He really had a real good show. And we don't have that now. I'm trying to get Kimberly and Charles Theroux to get a little TV show, you know. Because he had one show he covers around. I think it didn't come on to 1 o'clock in the morning, and then he was actually served Lance's wine, and then everybody would just, like all the musicians, like the Treniers, everybody would just come out and just hang out, and Red Fox, and like I said, the history's on. We got those on tapes. If they don't break, if we need to do something with them so they don't crack up, you know.
And at that time, the first African American to hit the airwaves?
I think with his own show, yes. I think we had maybe we had some that was on television, but not with their own show, I don't believe. So we had a lot of local entertainers on there also. You know, a lot of the singers from the church and some of the dancers from the dancing school here, and a lot of the comedians. We had a lot of people that are still trying to make it, plus the stars. So his favorite gig was on Channel 8, and he just loved it. And then he spent more time on Channel 8 than he did on Channel 13.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just wanting to ask, how's your husband now?
My husband has Parkinson, so it's stable, but it's progressive. I was talking to Donald Clark last night, and he was assemblyman for a while, and he said that his conversation is really still very good. His mind is still good. He just wants to come home, and but everybody has been the community, the cards that we get every day, the telephone calls. Horatio Lopez, that worked with Bob for years, called today, and there's some really good people in this town, black and white. There's some good people in this town, and they have helped me through this, transition we're going through now. And my best support naturally is my children, Kimberly and Charles and Johnny. They're my support system.
You would never know your age. Tell me again.
87. Wow. Oh, bless you. Now you made my day. Now I could talk to you all day. But I'll be 88 in August of this year. So I'm getting up there. So you can understand why sometimes I remember some things, something else I don't remember. But I'm trying to hang tough. Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much, Anna. You are so beautiful.
Oh, girl, thank you. And you're so comfortable.